It's a beautiful day here at AmishBuiltCabins.com. And yeah, so we wanted to answer some more questions. We're getting a lot of questions on the cabins, so we figured we'd make another YouTube video. So one of the questions we get asked a lot of is, how do you set these suckers on your property? Well, as you can see here, we have a compressed gravel lot, and underneath the cabins are built with 2 runners on them, and we have blocks underneath the runners evenly spaced out so the cabin is nice and level. Then of course you can put a pretty skirt around the base of the cabin to make those blocks, ugly blocks, go away. So you know, we can put the cabins on foundations as well, but in that case you would need a crane to do that. But by doing it this way, we can quickly you know, it comes on a roll-off trailer and we can set them on blocks, and it's easy peasy. You just have to make sure your land is prepped accordingly so we can make our jobs easier when we bring the cabins out to your lot. So yeah, that's how we have them set up here. Nice and level. Okay, so that's one of the questions we get asked a lot of is, you know, how do we set them? So we do not do the land prep part. You guys have to have your land ready. As you can see here, when they brought it out to my lot, we already have a gravel compressed lot. And that way, and like I said, you do want to make sure that gravel is set and compressed, so that way there's no settling, right? And this is the back side of the cabin. Like I said, you can choose whatever color metal roof you want. We have 12 different colors to choose from. Double paned windows. A lot of people ask about the chinking in between the logs. That is how we seal the cabins. As you can see, beautiful work by the Amish. Keeps them nice and sealed on the outside as well as on the inside. The logs are 4 inches thick, solid log, and 6 inches high. So there's your insulation as far as the walls go. Insulation on the inside, you have insulation in the ceiling as well as in the floors. And we use the foam pad R9 rated insulation. So we can always adjust that higher or lower depending on the climate of where you live as well. If you live in Alaska, you might obviously want to use a higher rating. But if you're in Florida, you know, the R9 would work fine, right? So once again, AmishBuiltCabins.com. That is a phone number. Give us a call. We are located in Scottsburg, Indiana. Zip code is 47170. And some more questions we get asked is, you know, how big can we go on this 2-story, right? How big can we go on the 2-story? Well, we can go as big as a 14 by 40. Sorry, got a high traffic area here. We can do 14 by 40. This one here on the lot is a 14 by 32. The square footage between the bottom floor and the top is 796 square feet of living space. As you can see, the porch goes all the way across the front of the structure. You can get the optional swing. As you can see, the other 2 smaller cabins here have the 2 little swings on them. Beautiful building. A lot of people keep asking for more footage of the cabin, so here I am. And then we have the 2 little ones here. They're 2 different designs, but they're the same square footage. This one's more of like a shotgun style. And yeah, we're located at 677 South Cardinal Lane here in Scottsburg, Indiana. And this truly is the perfect size cabin, this 14 by 32, because that's what everybody's telling me. It's just the perfect size. When you go in there, it feels a lot bigger than 796 square feet, the way it's set up. And we'll go in a little bit later today again and check that out. But some more questions we get asked is, you know, can you move the porch around to the back side? Absolutely. You know, some people might have a lake on the back side of the property. They want the porch there, and we can do that. We can put it on the side, you know. We can put a porch, you know, at an added cost, of course, on the back side of this as well. So we have some people that want a porch on the front and the back. So lots of things you can do with these cabins. We'll go in a little bit later, and I'll make another video going in again. I'm just trying to think here on the fly, some questions we get asked a lot. As far as the maintenance on these, you know, we wanted to create a cabin product that is low maintenance, right? Because most of the people that are contacting us, you know, they want to retire in these homes, and they want peace, relaxation. They don't want high maintenance. And so we've made these in a way to where this is not a high maintenance product. Every 8 to 10 years, a little something needs to be done as far as protecting the wood, and that's it. You know, one Saturday afternoon, once every 8 years, you can get her done. And we can explain more on that in later videos. But yeah, this is not a high maintenance product. This is low maintenance because most of our tenants are buying these as granny cottages to put in the backyard for their parents, or they're buying them for their land, and they want to retire here, right? And relax. They want low maintenance, not high maintenance. So we've designed these cabins in that way to keep them low maintenance, right? A lot of people ask too, how far will we take these cabins as far as transporting them? And we always answer that question is, hey, you know, as far as you're willing to pay for the transportation. And come to find out, you know, we got these suckers now going to California and Alabama and all around, because people are realizing that, you know, we're so fairly priced that paying the delivery fee, even with the delivery fee, it still makes a lot of sense to, you know, to get these cabins financially. So, you know, these babies are beautiful. Instead of waiting for construction to be done on your land, which can these days, gosh, let's not talk about how expensive that is and the time it's going to take to do all that. You can call us, and on average, 9 weeks, we can have yours built. Once you put your deposit down, 20% down, in 9 weeks, we can have this sucker ready to bring out to your land. 9 weeks. That's about the average right now. Now that time might go up because we're getting pretty busy. I keep making these YouTube videos and they keep going viral. So orders keep coming in, thank God. We appreciate your business, by the way. But yes, you know, come on down. 677 South Cardinal Lane. We keep the lots open between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. These models are all open, so you can come walk through them. And for those of you that are too far away, I'm making these videos for you, so you can get a good idea for what these things are like before you decide to make your trip. Or in many cases, come to find out, a lot of people are just ordering these things from different states without ever coming down and actually seeing them, because I guess I've done a pretty good job with some of these videos here. So I'm going to keep making them. Okay, guys? Please keep asking me those questions, and I'll do the best to keep answering them. Today, like, the big focus is the outside of the cabin, just to kind of give you guys some time so you can kind of see what these things look like and how well they're built. Another question that we get asked a lot is, how the heck do you move something so big, right? I mean, look at that pitch on that roof, and look at that beautiful porch. Well, the engineering behind these cabins is really incredible. These Amish are, you know, immaculate engineers, right? So that roof part literally collapses like a pancake and folds flat. That way, this thing, you know, that roof is on hinges. So by doing it that way, it can fold down and go under all the bridges and low underpasses and stuff when we transport it, right? And let me show you something else. And it's neat because when you're actually up there in the cabin, you don't even see those hinges in the roof. But you do see them here under the porch. You'll notice right here, see those hinges? Yeah, it's so incredibly amazing when they set this up. I just was like in shock. It was like Transformers, right? So it showed up like a box, and this porch literally folds down, right? It folds down on these hinges, and so it has to be folded back up when we arrive at your land, and it takes 4 guys about 6 to 7 hours to reassemble, because first, you know, like we talked about before, it has to be set on your foundation or block nice and even. So all that has to be leveled out first off the roll-off trailer. So that's step number 1. Then step number 2 is that roof up there and this over here on the porch all has to be unfolded, and all these railings put back up, and all the railings inside put up, and the roof rebuilt, and ceiling on all that rebuilt. All the railings on the stairs inside have to be redone. So that's why we have a small delivery and setup fee, because, you know, there's some reassembly involved once these cabins show up on your land. Okay, there's some reassembly involved with that. Has to be expected, because, you know, we just transported this big old monster from where we're at to your lot. We do also have to pull wide load permits, right? Because this sucker is 14 feet on this side. And so we have to get the wide load permit and car escorts and everything. So it is quite a feat to move these cabins, but it's proved to be something that a product that a lot of people desire, because we've basically put an easy button on getting a piece of a beautiful building on your property, right? And skipping that whole building stage. Because let's face it, these days building stuff is expensive, it's time consuming, it's hard to depend on contractors. Why not go to AmishBuiltCabins.com, buy one of these, and have it brought out to your land in the next 10 weeks? In fact, we're building them so efficiently now that often we have to store them for a few weeks because we have to wait for our customers to finish prepping their land for us, right? So that's how efficient we have gotten with the Amish. We have several Amish communities now working on these cabins because the demand for them, because of my silly videos here, has gone sky high, right? So if you're interested, like I said, it just takes a 20% deposit to put you in the queue for production. The 80% balance of the cabin is due, a week before delivery. We will call you, and at that point you can send a certified check. You can come by the factory, the shop here, and bring your check and pay that. And then a week from when those funds clear, we're heading out to your land with a beautiful Amish built cabin. By the way, a lot of people ask, are they really Amish built? Well, we cannot false advertise and say that something is something that it's not, right? Because that's not a good way to run a business. These suckers are 100% Amish built. We work with several communities now that build these. And one of the ways you can tell, right, that these logs are not from a traditional, mill is the imperfections in the way that the logs are cut, right? These are all cut by the Amish, right? So these logs, and that's what I think is so beautiful about these, is the imperfections, in it. Gives it so much character, right? Look at that. Look at that. Look at how much character this cabin has. You see a lot of stuff on the internet, but a lot of it you can tell is not truly done by the Amish. These are done by the Amish, right? This is Amish Built Cabins.com. This is the real deal. Like I tell people all the time, these cabins will be around for years, long after we're gone. These cabins will be around. They are built to last. They are built to pass down from one generation to the next, because that's what the Amish do. They build right and they build tight. So it's been about 15 minutes now, and just like I said, I wanted to do a kind of perspective video, like you guys were actually here on my lot walking around the outside of the cabin, and you know, get a better vibe for how beautiful this this structure is. This is, once again, our 14 by 32. Total living space between the bottom and top floors is 796 square feet. We deliver to 48 states. We don't do Alaska or Hawaii. So we do deliver to 48 states. And like I said, a lot of people are willing to pay the price because our price on the cabin is so fair, so people don't mind paying the delivery price. Okay? So definitely come holler at us if you're interested. On average, we're about 9 weeks out to get your cabin built. We're becoming more and more efficient as we're growing here. And, you know, I am the sole dealer for this Amish community. So you cannot find this particular cabin, the way it's built, anywhere but here. And I just think it has so much character. She's such a pretty baby. And you need one for your land. Maybe you need two. Maybe you need several. We have a lot of people that are coming and they got Airbnbs and they own lakes and all kinds of fancy stuff, and they want to monetize their land. Well, what's the quickest way to monetize your land and add value to it? Put an Amish built cabin on your land. You know, enhance it, rent them out nightly, weekly, monetize your land. Not only that, but you also add value to it. And best part, guess what? If you ever want to relocate the cabin, like I said, it's on runners, right? You can just unhook the plumbing that you have set up on it and electric, and you can relocate this cabin to another piece of property. This is modular, right? So it's really the perfect cabin, if you ask me. It's the perfect cabin. And you've been looking for it, right? Well, here it is. Come and get it. 677 South Cardinal Lane here in Scottsburg, Indiana. Zip code 47170. We're about 30 minutes north of Louisville, Kentucky, and an hour south of Indianapolis, Indiana. We have people, after seeing my videos, flying from as far out as California, New York, and Portland, Maine to come see these cabins. So come and see us. Keep watching my videos. Call me if you have any questions. My name is Osagi. Phone number is 502-298-8946. I am with AmishBuiltCabins.com. Thank you, and you guys have a blessed day.